Everyone wants freedom, right? The ability to choose how you work, where you live, and what you do with your time. It sounds perfect. But what if I told you that the path of the freedom is often paved with invisible chains you never saw coming? It's the dream that pulls millions of people in to quit their jobs, start something of their own, or chase a life without limits. But somewhere along the way, that dream starts to demand more than you ever expected. Because no one talks about the late nights that come with working from anywhere, or the quiet pressure that never leaves when your entire income depends on you. No one shows you the burnout, the financial swings, or the loneliness that hides behind the filtered post of living free. This isn't about tearing down the dream, it's about seeing it for what it really is. Freedom isn't free, it has a price. And if you don't know what that price is before you start chasing it, it might cost you more than you think. We've all seen it, the dream that floods your feed every day, the beaches, the laptops, the endless sunset. Be your own boss, work from anywhere, escape the 9 to 5. It's a beautiful story, and it sells, because who wouldn't want that? Waking up without an alarm, answering to no one, building your own empire from a coffee shop by the ocean. That's the Syrian song of freedom, and it's loud. Every influencer, every ad, every success story makes it too effortless. You see the highlight reels, the passive income screenshots, the morning routines, the motivational quotes. It all paints the picture that once you leave the system, everything just works. But what they don't show you are the parts that don't fit the story. The uncertainty, the creeps in when your next paycheck depends entirely on you. The stress that builds when work from anywhere starts to mean work everywhere. The isolation of realizing you traded co-workers for silence. And that's where the illusion starts to crack. Because while freedom looks simple from the outside, living it is something else entirely. In a moment, I'll show you the other side of this story, the part nobody likes to post, the hidden cost that comes with being completely free. And by the way, if you like how this video looks, the pacing, the structure, the way it's all put together, that's exactly what I help others create too. If you are building your own YouTube channel, course, or brand story, and want it to look and feel professional, reach out. I've left link in the description where you can check out my services and see how we can build something powerful together. Freedom gives you control, but control also means responsibility. And that's the part no one warns you about when you first decide to build your own path. When you work for yourself, every win feels amazing, but every risk is yours too. You are not just the creator anymore. You are the accountant, the marketer, the customer support, the tech team, and the boss. You are responsible for your income, your health, your time off, your future. There's no safety net unless you build it yourself. And that level of autonomy can get heavy. Some days it's empowering, the freedom to shape your life your way. Other days it's isolating. There's no team to lean on, no structure to hold you accountable, and sometimes no one to talk to when things get hard. Then there's the constant pressure, the quiet voice in your head saying, if I stop posting, I disappear. If I don't produce, I fall behind. That's the unseen side of independence. The need to constantly perform just to keep things moving. But here's the thing. This doesn't mean freedom isn't worth it. It just means it's real. And the sooner you accept that responsibility is part of the deal, the easier it becomes to carry. Because true freedom doesn't come from escaping pressure, it comes from learning how to handle it with purpose. The truth is, even when you love what you do, freedom still has its price tag. And one of the biggest costs, constant creation. When your work and your income depend on your ability to create, to post, to edit, to connect, to deliver, there almost never an off switch. You wake up thinking about content ideas. You fall asleep planning what's next. The line between life and work slowly blurs until everything becomes part of the job. It's exciting at first, that creative rush, that feeling of possibility. But over time, it can start to wear you down. The constant networking, pitching, recording, editing, answering messages is not the same as freedom. It's a different kind of pressure. Even when things go well, income is unpredictable. One month looks great, the next one's quiet. And that uncertainty follows you everywhere. You start to measure your worth by performance, and rest begins to feel like guilt. And somewhere along the way, something else gets lost. Time with friends, hobbies that once made you feel alive, the quiet moments that used to recharge you. Because when you're chasing independence, it's easy to forget that freedom isn't just about having more time, it's about knowing when to protect it. Real freedom isn't endless hustle, it's finding the rhythm between work and stillness. The balance that lets creativity breathe again. Maybe the problem isn't freedom itself, but how we define it. We often think of freedom as the absence of limits, no boss, no schedule, no rules. But maybe real freedom isn't about removing every boundary. Maybe it's about choosing the right ones. Because structure doesn't have to be a prison. A standable income, a reliable routine, a supportive community, these aren't the enemies of freedom. They are the foundation that make it sustainable. You can be free and still have commitments. You can be independent and still rely on people. In fact, those healthy dependencies, friends, collaborators, clients, mentors, they are what keep you grounded when everything else feels uncertain. That's the paradox. Freedom from can leave you isolated, but freedom to create, to rest, to connect, that's where real fulfillment begins. So maybe true freedom isn't about doing whatever you want, whenever you want. Maybe it's about building a life where you can, but you don't have to. And by the way, if you like how this video looks, the pacing, the structure, the way it's all put together, that's exactly what I help others create too. If you're building your own YouTube channel, course, or brand story and want it look and feel professional, reach out. I've left a link in the description where you can check out my services and see how we can build something powerful together. So, how you do move forward from here? How do you chase freedom without losing yourself in the process? It starts with honesty, being brutally clear about what this lifestyle really demands. Before you quit your job or jump headfirst into freelancing, ask yourself, can I handle uncertainty for a while? Am I ready to take full responsibility for my time, my income, my results? And most importantly, what does freedom actually means to me? Because if your version of freedom still depends on constant hustle of endless stress, then it's not freedom, it's just another kind of trap. Start small. Build systems that support you, not control you. Keep a safety net, financial, emotional, spiritual, that allows you to breathe while you build. Balance independence with connection, ambition with rest, creation with reflection. There's no single blueprint for this, just your path, one step at a time. And I love to hear from you. What's your vision of freedom? What are the parts nobody warned you about? Drop it in the comments because your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you want to take this further, watch my 2026 blueprint for real financial freedom. That video dives into how I'm actually building the systems and mindset that make freedom sustainable, not just a dream, but a plan. Thanks for watching. I am Oscar and this is Building Freedom on Camera. See you in the next video.